just ridiculous.
It was 14 minutes. Bang, bang.
Just ridiculous.
It is. It's honestly, it's to the point where guys, it is a TV show.
Like, somebody has to go out there and make some kind of a public service announcement about this already, because...
Public service announcement.
Well, I'm saying, like, Sasha Petersa herself said, you guys are not going to like the fact that Allie is going to have a new relationship with Lorenzo, the little cheeseburger man, tonight.
I love that. That line was awesome.
It was.
Would you like a little cheeseburger?
Personally...
I would have taken his little cheeseburger.
Personally, I kind of like that guy.
Personally, I've never been a freaking Emerson fan.
I've never been either, but it's because...
But regardless, even if we were...
Whatever the reason may be.
I wouldn't mind
like
Emerson.
Caleb and Hannah split up. Did we threaten...
But it's not like I'm going to bash you because you're an Emerson fan. Like... people on Instagram going apeshit on people.
That's why we deleted our Instagram. People threatening to kill themselves and
it's ridiculous.
Relationships, like, people go through relationships on this show like they change fucking underwear, okay?
Except for Caleb and Hannah. Really?
And Toby and Spencer.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just, but we seen Hannah with
we did.
Sean. We seen her kiss Caleb. We seen her, you know what I mean?
Every one of them have.
Yeah. I mean, Spencer, she was with
we don't
Alex.
Know who the fuck
she was with, you know what I mean?
End up with anymore.
But
yeah, so by the end of the show, who knows? Who the fuck? Maybe Lorenzo's going to sign off and go on a different show too, just like everybody else does.
And for those of you out there who are Emerson fans, Marlene King, granted.
Marlene King.
Take it at face value.
Take it as you will.
Take it as you will. Has said that Emerson is endgame. If that's the case, she did. If that's the case,
how is a size 2? How is Charles a size fucking 2 with slender legs? How is that endgame?
To be honest, the relationships are the least of my concern anymore.
Honestly, I have not been watching this show for 5 years because of the relationships.
I love Caleb and Hannah together.
So do I.
But if they broke up tomorrow, I'd be upset about it. But I'd be like, okay, who's Charles?
Exactly.
That would be the main thing going on in my head. Not who fuck a yellow top. Not Hannah and Caleb. No.
Toby's.
All right.
So back to this.
Not really.
Sorry, we got off on a tangent there, but for real.
Yeah, so Sarah's mom never comes for her. She just calls.
Sarah's mom came for her. And
Emily's mom said she's seen her.
Pam saw them leaving the hospital,
which is weird
because how does Pam know what her mother looks like?
Exactly, and we've never seen her mother. So, like, what is? She could have sent Melissa. Red could have sent Melissa in and been like, "Grab that bitch."
Well, she said, "I think it was her mother," so it could have been anyone that showed up. But who the fuck cares?
Maybe
because
it was
Sarah
Dr.
Harvey.
Sullivan's.
It could have been Dr. Sullivan.
A has been after my daughter. Maybe A finally told her that.
She said,
your daughter's alive. Oh, yeah. She did say son. Never mind.
Yeah. Mona was threatening her son. Unless it's Chakarowski.
All right. Spencer's pissed because she couldn't get high. Was Spencer being forced to hurt the others?
Obviously, we found out, yes. Because everybody was being
doesn't explain the initial scream when they all walked in.
How they're all like,
I get the
when
fact.
They walked in.
I get the fact that this was like flashbacks between the 3 weeks that they have been in there. It could have been at any day. But what was the initial scream for when they walked into their rooms? Like, oh my God, there's 3 buttons on a table. Ah! No, you don't scream over that. So what was the initial scream? That's what I want to know. Why were they screaming when they walked into these rooms? Was somebody there? Was
Chuck there wearing a clown mask? What was going on?
Like, they wouldn't scream over a fucking table set up with 3 buttons on it.
Seriously.
Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So, your father's a liar. We already knew that.
We talked about that. Okay, so Ezra and Arya are having a conversation where she tells him that his coffee is great, blah, 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 blah. Then he says, now, correct me if I'm wrong.
It was weird.
But when did he go in there?
He said I was only in there for 2 minutes.
Yeah, and the police don't allow you on a crime scene. Toby, I understand because Toby's a cop.
Because later on in the episode, Arya is talking with her mother, and her mother says that they didn't let them in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ezra says I was in there for 2 minutes. I was only in there for 2 minutes, and I was blah blah blah.
So I don't know how. How are you doing?
When the fuck were you there?
Because
if I recall, Arya ran out to you.
Yeah, and jumped into his arms, and it was all like, that was it.
And the cops went downstairs to find Sarah Harvey.
I mean, maybe off camera he went in, but then why wouldn't they let the
would you put
parents
that
in?
in?
I don't understand.
Or why
Something's
would
up
you
with
let them
that.
in? That's a crime scene.
Yeah, something's up with
I
that.
don't understand. Caleb is too cute because Caleb, and because he's always cute.
All right, Allie's new man. We get it.
Yep.
Where the
Where's
fuck
the
is Mike and Mona reunion?
Reunion.
That
Bullshit.
really
want
is
that.
really, really
Mona
getting to
and
me.
her mother reunion. What the fuck? Any kind of reunion for Mona? Anything? I don't care if she's going home to her fucking dolls. Just something.
No, I want to see Mike.
I do too. but I'm
We
just
don't
saying,
even know.
we didn't
We
even
don't
see
even know
her.
if Mike got out of the hospital yet.
He could still be in there from his
Last time
rendezvous
we
From
with
seen him,
it was.
yeah.
It's been 4 weeks.
Yeah. Last
It's
time,
actually, it's been more than 4 weeks.
yeah. Last time we seen him was season 5 when he got maced in the face
Okay, but
and
if he,
tetherballed around the neck.
okay, but he was tetherballed and maced in the face. If he's in the hospital longer than these bitches that have had no food and water for fucking months, for
That's
a
a
month,
problem.
though.
yeah, barely. Then there's something going on with
Yeah,
that.
like a
Why would?
pretzel.
Yeah,
a
but
fucking
exactly.
half
Like,
a
how
cup
do
of
you
water.
how shitty is your writing that you don't even show us somebody getting out of the hospital? It was such a major thing that happened in that episode.
Like literally, it was a terrible, terrible. Like so many holes in the story episode. Like it was just bad. It was all over the place.
I just, whatever.
That's why I
And then
believe
you
that
have
they're not
Arya.
out.
And
That's
then you
why I
have
believe that they're not out.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Arya, who sits there and basically says, "No, we didn't see him without the mask the whole time." 5 seconds later, yes, I saw him without the mask. Like, okay. Now you want to try to throw Andrew under the bus. Next it's going to be Lucas. Then it's going to be your father. Then it's going to be Emily's dog.
Yeah.
Then it's...
you were making out with him a week ago, and now you're
Yeah.
blaming him to BA.
Let's
And then
suck
you're gonna
face.
lie
Hold on
to
a
the
second.
cops.
Now I'm going to have you arrested.
And then you're gonna lie to the cops. I hope that bitch gets arrested for
First of
falsifying
all, let's
information.
think
called
about it this
perjury.
way, guys.
Really
let's
is
think
annoying.
about it. Let's take it back to Mike's room real quick, okay? When Arya's looking for Mike's schedule.
Yeah,
Arya
she falls
busts
and then
her
boom,
ankle.
all of a sudden. you know.
Why would the person who loosened Mike's screws and everything, tell Arya that if Mike was to lay down on that thing, he would have killed himself?
That's the truth. None of it makes any sense. And to be quite honest, like we're sitting here talking about how it could possibly be a dream. That's
That's what
one
I
of
think
our
happened
things.
that first time that they went in that room, that initial scream. I think they were drugged. They were gassed. They were something.
Something.
Well, here's the thing. Could this possibly all be a dream? And then maybe on the 4th episode is when they actually really do get out. Maybe
Because I'm
that's why we're
telling
not
you
seeing
that-
Mona. But that wouldn't explain. None of these girls have set eyes on Sarah Harvey. They don't even know she's down there. So why would they be part of her their imagination?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So that doesn't make sense. If they do go back and say it was a dream, how are they going to explain, like, oh, well, this is a dream thought up by Spencer, or even all of the girls? How are they going to explain that they know that Sarah Harvey's down there?
Well, they were
Exactly.
running that day. Maybe somebody caught a glimpse of her when she caught a glimpse of them.
I don't know. It's
just a possibility.
Because we haven't seen, like, we've seen the girls interact with their parents, but other than that, the only other interaction we've seen is between Allison and her dad asking about who Charles is. How would she know to ask who Charles is? Mm-hmm. And also between Allison and Toby, which was a weird kind of, like, okay, she just got put in jail because of your girlfriend and then rescued your girlfriend, and you're going to be ignorant to her like that. Like, something was up with that whole situation. I didn't understand it. It was weird.
Yeah, they were weird with each
He
other.
was rude. He was rude to her.
Like, really rude to
And
her.
I didn't like it.
Like, she just saved your girlfriend's life. Literally. She put her own life at risk to save
And
your
everybody
girlfriend.
could say, like Allison just got out of jail for murder, for something she didn't do. And everybody could say she put Toby away too for something he didn't do. In juvenile detention. She was in upstate prison for murder.
I'm pretty sure that she's paid her debt. Like,
Honestly.
okay, she's really, like, dealt with pretty much everything up till now. Like, she's taken her punishment. I would say that they should let her off the mat.
Something. Okay, so Emily goes outside after the whole shooting extravaganza, which you watched it. We don't need to get into it.
And
but
Sarah Harvey's like Oscar the Grouch.
yeah,
In the fucking
she goes
garbage can.
outside
Like-
clutching onto her dad's jacket, like Sarah said, like it's an old boyfriend. And then there's Sarah Harvey watching from the shadows because she ran away again.
Something's
I
weird.
saw your address in the hospital.
Yeah, how do you see
How
someone's
the
address?
fuck do you see someone's address
That's
in the
HIPAA.
hospital?
No.
That is HIPAA.
That's HIPAA.
Nurses
Now
aren't
they have,
around?
like, those things on the screens where you can't see, like, they literally go black if they're, like, tilted a certain way. Like, if you're not looking directly at a computer screen, if you're looking at it from
Unless
the
Ren
side,
gave it to her.
it's like completely
it's
blacked
a HIPAA
out
thing, absolutely.
to protect everybody's information. But it doesn't really make sense how this little tiny bitch that's been stuck in a cave for friggin' 3 years has the common sense.
I don't know who it is.
And how does she even know her way around Rosewood?
I don't know who
Right?
it is.
find
Exactly.
Emily Street.
She's supposedly from another city.
Like, does she have a
she
phone
wound
now?
up in Rosewood,
Does she have a
she
phone
said.
now? Like, to be able to GPS it? Or, like,
Right.
do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you can't get directions, but I'm just saying, like,
First
Why
of all,
Emily?
First of all, you just got kidnapped.
Why Emily?
You were-
Because
you
she
were
came
in-
into the room like
You were in a hole for 2 years, but yet you're still gonna go out fucking gallivanting through Rosewood.
you would
by
think that the
yourself
place
in
you
the
would
dark.
want to be is, I don't know, home with your family.
You're still gonna go out blowing around town by yourself in the dark.
It doesn't make sense. This whole
I don't
this
know who
whole
she is,
episode
but I
was
really
just
do not.
crap. Who wrote this episode is what I want to know.
well,
Who wrote this
then
god awful episode?
Pam mentions to Sarah that they can call her mother. You can try calling
can
her
try.
mother. Because
If my
good luck
daughter
getting in
just
touch.
fucking, after 3 years of being missing, if my daughter just came home, I would think, I don't know, I'd be a little bit like
I'd be
checking
Ashley
on
Like
her.
Marin.
Mama
I'd
Marin,
be
like Mama
Ashley
Marin.
Marin
I'll get
times
anything you
50.
want as long as it's delivery because
Because
we're
I'm
not
not
leaving your side.
I'm not
Exactly, that's what I'm
leaving you
saying.
alone, yes.
Like, why would you and you don't even know she's missing right now? Something's up with that whole story. She's
don't
not
know.
Sarah Harvey. She doesn't have a fucking family.
I was really
she's
happy with Mrs.
With
Hastings.
Charles. She was
I was
probably.
too.
I'm thinking that she was the bitch that was standing in the black hoodie behind the curtain while he was in the room with the thing. I'm telling you, I think not that she's like but I think that she's been either blackmailed or brainwashed to help him. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying she's a bad person. I'm just saying that I think she's been there so long.
Let me
and
think
she's
about it.
She's playing the game like Mona was.
When we first saw her, was brainwashed into being Allison.
yeah.
And it's like, this person, this Sarah Harvey,
Same thing, looking
doesn't
like
know
Allison.
these girls from Adam. So she's not going to have any kind of connection with them like Mona did to be able to say to them, yes, I'm actually Mona, blah, 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 just don't call me, whatever the case may be. She doesn't give a fuck about them.
Like, it's just
She
weird.
doesn't know them.
Mona was
so
brought in to play
she very
Allison's
well could
role.
be working for him.
So was this girl brought in to play Sarah Harvey's role?
Right.
And what is Sarah Harvey's role?
Yeah, because something's up with that whole story. Like, you don't
Jason's
just bring
gonna
that
be-
story in and then just
So we're
like,
gonna watch
"Oh,
next episode,
Because
and then the
as
preview for
far-
the following one, Jason's gonna be like, Sarah.
Because as far as I can remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I am telling you right now, I read somewhere that we are not going to find anything out again about the Sarah Harvey story.
Yeah, I did too. That it was just supposed to be like a spin-off show that they were testing it out. Like they were.
Why the fuckaroo is this person
Yeah, and how
in
could you
this
use a
show?
stock fucking photo to show us Sarah Harvey
Exactly.
in the first place?
Because
and then bring in a
at
completely different
first,
fucking character.
That's why. Because at first they used the stock photo at first because it wasn't supposed to be part of the storyline, and then they just changed their minds
then
and they
they
were like,
ran
"Oh,
with
this
it.
Sarah Harvey thing took off. Everybody thinks Sarah Harvey's going to be the missing girl, so let's make
And
her
who
the
the
missing
fuck
girl."
is Kimberly Brown?
Yeah.
Seriously.
No, it's just
That's,
it's
Bethany
honestly
Young's
it
real
is
name.
so it is to the
Just-
point where it's
I'm
frustrating.
like, what did you just say?
It's just frustrating. It
I
really
read
is.
somewhere
It's
that they get out
frustrating
of,
to
out of the
watch.
hole in the 4th episode.
Like that's why people.
I did too, yeah.
We've got so many messages over the course of the day with how Marlene tweeted about Charles is back with the little boy with the blue eyes. Don't give a
I
fuck.
don't
Not
give a
even
flying
paying
fuck.
attention to it. Don't give a fuckaroony what
Charlie.
color eyes they're having.
Charlie.
Don't care. But I'm just saying, seriously though, like I don't care anymore because every time I pay attention to something that Marlene King says, if I had $1 for every time that she lied about something, we'd be some rich bitches right now. It's the truth because I just don't pay attention.
She
to
just
anything
has a
anymore.
way of
Twisting those words.
Using those words to...
well, how the fuck do you twist the girls are going to get themselves out in the 4th episode and it happens in the fucking 1st episode? How do you twist that?
Well, that's what
Very
we're
true.
saying. They're
that's
probably
not
not out
that's
yet.
not twisting. That's just a flat out
Because
fucking lie.
we specifically said that in the preview for last week, which I have to be really quick. In the preview for this week's episode, Hannah's like, maybe this is all a hallucination. Where was that in this episode?
Because it's not for...
it's not
yeah,
for a
it's
couple
not
episodes.
for... Exactly.
So maybe they really
we'll
are
see.
still stuck there.
Yeah, because what were her exact words?
Don't know. Say bye.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye. But what were